Yeah, once again, I want to thank our crowd. There's great energy from the tip in our building, and also the work and preparation that our staff and players put into this. I thought defensively we were able to. First of all, we really respect the Villanova program, and they're elite in some areas, and I thought that our guys were able to. As Coach Joyner say, take away their fastballs. And so we were able to do that, and for about 34 minutes, I thought we played really good basketball.
Chris, you want to start us off, please?
Just Elliott set the tone again. Can you just talk about his play again and how he keeps bringing it to another level?
Yeah, the most impressive part of Elliott, other than his defensive tenacity, and he's becoming a real irritant on that side of the ball, but his basketball IQ tonight, their game plan, when we paused at a half, they're playing the ball screens 2 versus 2, and they were literally face guarding the other 3 opponents. And there's a couple teams in our league that are going to play us like that as well. And so when the defense does that, it's a great opportunity for him to be more aggressive scoring the ball. He's put in the work. He's a good shooter. I mean, look at his jump shot. He's got great balance. He's got a clean release. He's confident. So, he got us going offensively by taking what the game gave him and making shots. And then obviously when the paint opens up, he's pretty special with his decision-making and an ability to get wherever he needs to get to.
Then there was a possession in the first half when you guys were in recovery and they still couldn't get a shot on you and the crowd was appreciative. Do you let yourself appreciate what you're seeing sometimes as a coach, and can you say, wow, that's really what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah, those possessions, yes, absolutely. The things that we feel like are our DNA, that intensity and physicality and togetherness on that side of the ball, and then unselfishness and making servant type of plays where I cut to get you a shot, or Rez got a dunk and right after halftime because he's trying to set a flare in for Yaxel. They played the flare, and Dye made a nice play. So those are the plays that when we're watching, obviously we're extremely talented, but when we're watching the game, it's like, wow, man, that's what these guys are doing is difficult. They're getting all of this newfound attention and love and whatever, and they're still serving their teammates and trying to play the right way. So, yes, those are the moments on the bench when we, as a staff, will bump each other and say, man, that's a heck of a play, or wow, that's really unselfish, or man, he's locking up, things like that. So, absolutely. But as far as, like, are we marveling at the performance tonight? No. Like, we've got to get a lot better. We have to get better.
Steve?
Dusty, most coaches at this time of the year are trying to find a rotation, trying to find a 7-man rotation that they can depend on, and you've got a 9-man rotation. Talk about the benefits of that for the players and the team, and what that's like to have.
I think we went up 15 or 16 in the first half, and then it was 4 or 5 of the starters were in, and we gave up 2 threes and 1 3 before the media timeout. And it's like, man, like we've played really well. We forced tough shots, and we're only up 9. And we made shots. And first half, we were making some shots early. And then the second group came in. They're partially the second unit or whatever. And that lead doubled quickly. And it was like, man, what a luxury. And I went down and told Elliott and the guys that. I said, what a luxury we have where they still have their starters in, and you guys obviously like have them going, and they're having to fight for every catch and every spot. And now this next group comes in, and not only is there no drop-off, but there's accelerant on the fire. And so, it's a luxury. We've still got to develop those other guys where when something happens, they're ready to plug and play with the unit that's clicking together. So I thought Oscar Goodman played good ball when his last 5 or 6 minutes definitely earned some trust there. So we're still searching for ways to extend it and look at different things, and we have some unique weapons. So, yeah, it's a luxury. Obviously, we have 9 guys in the rotation that are all starters. I mean, they're all starters at this level on good teams, not just able to play here and start here, but like able to start on a really good team. So, yeah, it's a luxury, but also we can't take it for granted, and we've got to continue to share the sacrifice.
Yeah, Dusty, a couple times this year you've mentioned shooting sort of determining the margin, and on days where you don't shoot well, you want to have enough to still be able to get wins. But to not shoot it at your normal clip and win by 28 against this team, I guess, what does that say about the way you guys are playing overall?
It just shows how well we're defending, and the shots aren't determining our defensive energy now. I think a lot of times it's human nature that if you watch games on television, you're making shots. When you're making shots, your defensive energy is better and everything's better. I feel like our defensive energy is almost that. It's at a 99 percentile. If that's our 100th, if we're not making shots. And so that's a real sign of growth and maturity. And now that can all change tomorrow based on, what if we continue to value that stuff over whether the shot's going in. Because, I thought we shot poorly tonight. I thought we had some great looks, paint touch, in, out, no turn threes, and they hit the back of the rim. But also we were on the glass, and we have the athleticism to go get some of those back and get second shots. But absolutely, I mean, for us to win at this margin against a program like Villanova, and they have good players, is a testament to how our offense isn't dictating our defense.
And then one more. Allowing 10 points in the paint and holding that offensive rebounding team to, I think, 6 offensive boards, and one of them came late. I guess, what part are you just the most proud of?
Well, I thought we defended the 3 really well. We had a couple lapses, and I think our guys made adjustments on the fly and covered for each other. So that's always a good sign where they're able to, because it's not as if we have joysticks and the staff or the scout coach is able to maneuver and move guys where they need to make real-time decisions, and they're doing that at a high level. And so does that answer the question? And then as far as the glass, I think Villanova made it a trade-off decision where they were sending 3 or 4 back a lot and letting their 5-man go to work on the glass. And so he got a couple early, and then I think our guys they realized that they've got to get a hit on him. They have to outwork him and then trust that their teammates are going to fly in and with a running start and get some of those rebounds. I thought that was probably the biggest difference in keeping them off the glass.
You mentioned the defensive energy. There seems to be a common theme in a lot of these games where you go on a run or two big runs, 3 big runs where the defense steps up and all of a sudden you're up by 20, you're up by 30. Are you seeing anything specifically in terms of how this team is improving defensively game by game, or would you say that they're improving defensively game by game?
No, they're definitely improving game by game. I think they're just understanding each other. They're getting in better shape, basketball shape. Like I said, leading up to the season, I mean, the Cincinnati game seems like a year ago, but Merez and Adai didn't play because they were both out. So they're still getting used to playing with each other. And as we talk about like roster continuity and all those things that go into the new basketball in college and the NBA, where in the NBA they have trouble keeping their rosters together because of collective bargaining rules. And so guys being used to playing with each other, like hooping with each other, is important. And so I think our guys are getting used to hooping with each other on both sides of the ball.